There's a subsection of this game that's also very important for the themes of this video. Two twin flames with different backgrounds, a different walk of life, two different kingdoms involving two different ideologies altogether. One of the overlooked and undertone important things of Final Fantasy XVI. The dichotomy of these two female dominants that we overlook for all the other cool looking icons and dominants that we forget about. We don't think it's important. The dichotomy of Jill Warwick and Benedikta Harmon. To start off with Jill Warwick. Jill Warwick started out with love. Started being wanted and loved and cared by somebody before she got taken and before she got captured by the cult that you see in 16 by the Iron Blood cult. And even after that, after returning to Clive, how that love has returned. As for the other one, the other was a tragic story. The other one didn't receive love because Sid couldn't love someone that was still on the side of evil. So Sid abandoned Benedikta over ideological differences. Because Benedikta kept herself trapped and enslaved by her loyalty to her king, the man that used her. That would be Barnabas, the king of Waloed. For where Jill Warwick got love before and after she was rescued, Benedikta never received such things. And because of that, their outlooks are different. That's why Benedikta became femme fatale and used other people like Hugo Kupka to her cause. As for Jill, had natural love because she was given love and given a second chance even after the horrible mistakes she's made under the Iron Blood cult. She was loved and accepted. But Sid, even though well-meaning, abandoned Benedikta. But could you blame him? She was blind. She was a blind follower of her king Barnabas. And even started catching feelings for Barnabas. But Barnabas only uses her as a tool, as a means to an end. And that's why she did that. It's exactly why she's very nasty and destructive and will go out her way to use people and involve them in her problems, just like Hugo Kupka. Because Benedikta never received such at all, and even before Sid entered her life, there was a tragic flashback with Benedikta's past, where she was all alone until Sid found her. Benedikta looks for this love, no matter what. She may be cruel and nasty, but She looks to be loved. She looks to mean something. She's even willing to make herself a tool for Barnabas to get what she wants. To get what she wants from him. Barnabas is love, because it's the only other person that she connects with emotionally, energetically. And no matter what happens, it never comes to be. And with that tragic sentiment, it only happened the way she is. Benedikta is a screwed up woman. No matter of helping can help her. She can't be saved. Unlike Jill. Jill received love before all the stuff happened to her. But they're both tragic characters because they're both been used, as Iron Blood used Jill Warwick to wipe out and kill any oppositions to the Iron Blood cult. Benedikta was used by the Kingdom of Waloed to kill for her king with blind belief. But the difference is, Benedikta could have had a choice if she would have just left and followed Sid, but chose not to. When Joe Warwick was captured, she had no choice. She had no choice but to do what they told her. She wasn't strong enough to break out until Clive came. And she did that immediately when Clive came into the picture. After so many years of subjugation by the Empire due to Clive's mother, Queen Annabelle. But besides the point, for wherever Benedikta never got Benedikta got a choice in, Joe Warwick never had the choice. And that's exactly why this is such a tragic dichotomy. Two characters that come from being used by other people and thrown away. Except Joe Warwick had the one person who saw her more. Saw her as an actual person. As for Benedikta, they're either pawns or an idealistic ideal by another king that you don't like. Also a tool for the king that don't want you. Two tragic backstories get skimmed over by everything else. But it's very important to understand that these two women are very important to move Final Fantasy XVI to where it's at. These two women influence Final Fantasy XVI in a way. And not because they're dominants. It's because their involvement with everything. Hugo Kupka's revenge comes at wanting to get revenge because believing that Sid was the one who killed Benedikta. And you finding, remains in a box. So Hugo Kupka wants to avenge Benedikta. But Barnabas don't care because she was just a means to end to Barnabas. As for Jill's help with Jill's help was made it possible for Clive to take out both the mother crystals, and was also able to help Clive get over the fact and guilt he has for knowing that when he turned to Ifrit, lost control and nearly killed Joshua. Until we find out later Joshua was alive. If it wasn't for Jill, this would have been a much longer arc. It's the same thing when Tifa reminds Cloud and having children, when Cloud gets depressed about Aerith. and Tifa's is a memory or us. If it wasn't for Jill being at Clive's side, we would have had Advent Children Clive. Or should I say, Clive would have been on an emo phase. But that's exactly why these two characters are this important. You know, because it shows you two people that come from the same circumstances, but different outcomes in life, different walk in life, but both being tools of war by a bunch of crazed idealists that has power to do so. So it makes sense that, you know, it makes sense that's the case. That's the case with the two. A twin flame is more than just someone you fought over. A twin flame shares the synergetic experiences as you do. And those two characters are closer than you think, even without meeting each other. They both have something they're fighting for, someone they're fighting for, a person they care that much about. And that's exactly why these two women are very important to Final Fantasy XVI. Because the synergetic experience is just like it is with any other games and franchise, comic books and stuff like that. Two characters go through something similar. One turns out better, the other one turns out bad. And I wish they would have made it where instead Jill, you know, you get Jill before, or Jill comes with you on this mission, and then faces Benedikta and beats Benedikta, and instead of Benedikta dying slowly or going through the traumatic experience she was about to go through, she didn't turn back into Garuda. I would have liked it that Jill convinced her to join Clive, and then she went back to the light. And even probably if Benedikta was alive, Sid probably wouldn't have died, because she would have protected Sid with all her life if Jill was able to go and convince her. That's something I kind of wish that was an oversight that's the oversight that they actually threw in the game, which was something that I know they wanted to get rid of Benedikta first so they could focus on everybody else. Because in modern gaming, they focus on the waifu to draw you in, and then change up when the game gets further, but still, I would have still loved to see these two fighting, and Benedikta seeing herself through Jill change her ways and join Rosefield and fight against the Empire. But we'll never see something like that, unfortunately, because this story had a lot of oversight and a Game of Thrones story-esque beat to it. But these two are perfect ideals of a true tragic dichotomy, and both of how they came up and how they are until the very end. May the crystal be with you, and may the crystal bless you. Like and subscribe, do all that good stuff.